Hey guys, welcome back to Cracked Open Games and Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Age of the Primes Alpha Trion. This is actually the first Alpha Trion I'll have in my collection. I missed out on a couple other ones. I think there was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive and maybe like a Power of the Primes or Titan's Return Alpha Trion that I didn't pick up. But this one looked really cool, so I went ahead and grabbed him. The only thing I'm not liking is he doesn't, this is like a younger version of Alpha Trion, so he doesn't have his full length beard. He's just got a goatee or a mustache going on in this one. But yeah, we'll take a closer look at him and check him out. Let's go ahead and do a 360 on him, and then we'll crack him open and see what he comes with. So the other sides you don't get to see. There's the top and the bottom. I'll give you a clean shot of that barcode in case you need it. There you go. And the back, let's go over a few little things here. It's got a, like, he's got a removable symbol. That's kind of cool. And he's got his shield, the book, and there's his alt mode. So yeah, let's go ahead and crack him open and see what he comes with. Alright. Yep, mine's got a nice big slash gash in there from whoever opened it at the store in the case pack, but luckily that is going in the trash, so don't really care. I would care if I was an inbox collector, but you know, that is not me. Hey, I don't know what you guys usually use to get these out with, but fingernail clippers seem to work the easiest for me without having to sacrifice any damage or anything to the figure. The only problem with this is it's hard to get into small spaces sometimes, but there we go. His shield. What are we stuck on back here? Just gotta maneuver him out. Our book. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get this cleaned up a little bit and take a look at all the accessories. Okay, so just a few preparation things. He comes with a couple of these little, show you here, spikes. And we're just going to plug these into each of his shoulder pads. Now watch out for these because they come in that little paper packet. And you know, it's guarded pretty well, but you know, you are going to get some extra accessories in there. I don't know if I showed this, but I did pop his heel spurs out too, and these are kind of difficult to get out of the foot. I'm not sure why there wasn't a better tab, but what I did is you can see a little slot there, and you can just kind of try to, again, I am fingernail challenged, so I just have to kind of, I guess, pull that back, and same on the other side. Just try to grab that tab as best as you can and pull that out. That's a little annoying, but man, he looks good. And this other piece back here, his shield, there is storage for that. Okay, so this piece right here is going to come like this out of the little packaging, and it says to pop this in his back, but when you try to do that, this is the wrong orientation. It's just, when you try to do this and pop it in there, there's not enough clearance. It's not going to sit well. So what you actually need to do, and they don't show you this, but this is going to need to flip out and you're going to come around to this other side here. Let's flip this tab over, let's peg, and then snap this together like that. That's the correct orientation right there. And you're going to see a slot and the peg. And that just goes back in his lower back here. We're just going to peg that in and slot it in as well. And it'll sit flush like that. Then we can lower this section here and then close this all up back here. That'll all sit nice and flush. And there he is. And here is his pen slash sword accessory. That's pretty sick. And you can go ahead and put that in one of his hands if you want to. And we'll check out the articulation too, but he does have opening and closing hands. That's awesome. Okay, so it actually looks like this top part is supposed to grip in. There we go. And then you just close the hand around that. And there he is with his pen quill accessory. And here is the book. Cool. And this opens as well. Some clear plastic, translucent with some Cybertronian text in there. That looks pretty sick. And we can just pop that into his hand here and make him look like he's jotting some notes down. That's pretty awesome. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at articulation now. And just from messing around with this guy a little bit, he is super solid. I am really digging him. And yeah, let's check out the articulation on him. The head is on just a swivel here, but it does have that movement, so it can give you a nice down look and up if you want to. Just due to that hinge for the transformation. The arms have 360. The shoulder pads will also slightly hinge up and down, so that's kind of cool that you can pose those how you want. It does have a bicep swivel. No rotation at the wrist, however, it does have the opening hand, so I'm kind of in the camp that I am willing to sacrifice the wrist swivel to get the opening and closing hands there. Elbow will get you about to there and about to there back. When you open up the cape section, you will get rotation at the waist. You can do a full 360 there, which is pretty sweet. But you have to have, if this is locked down back here, he ain't gonna get that. So you have to pop open that backpack cape so he's able to get that proper rotation. He does have hip skirts here, which allow the legs to come all the way forward. And if you don't have actually, if you want to get more than that in the back, you're gonna have to take off this whole thing, and we're gonna have to do that to get all the way back and all the way out to the sides. He has a rotation at the thigh. You're gonna get that much out of the knee. And we do have ankle rockers as well, which are super generous. And he does have the toe articulation as well. So pretty posable figure there. All right, so let's put all his armor and stuff back on. We'll do a 360 on the turntable. And as always, here's a look at the instruction manual for your reference. It is quite a long manual sideways, so I'm just going to pan through here. Try to get that all in frame for you guys. And the back side. Alright, I'm being back in 1 second with the transformation. Just real quick, some other little gimmicky things. He does have storage for all this stuff. So if you want to store his quill back here, there are little slots on that. You can just peg that in down here. And we can close that up. And then the book can peg right in there. So yeah, he can definitely carry around all this junk on his backpack if you so want. This piece here can also make a shield if you wish to give him a shield. So what we're going to do is orientate that back to how it came out of that little paper thing with these things in front. And you're just going to latch them together like that, and we fold the peg back, and then if you want to pop that on as a shield, you just peg that into his arm. So a lot of different formations, a lot of different little armoring up things you can do with him, which is pretty awesome. These pegs that we put into the shoulder are also modular. You can take those out and rearrange them if you want to. I kind of just like them in the shoulder. They look nice there. I don't really see the point of moving those around anywhere else. But he does have a removable Autobot insignia as well. So in the instructions they show that he's like holding this. I don't know why he would want to be holding his Autobot symbol, but you know, if he really wants to show off his Autobot pride there and rock that symbol as a, you know, weapon of his choice, he can do that. Alright, let's start off the transformation. I'm going to go step by step with the instructions here. So what you're going to do is bend his head back for the first step. Then we are going to straighten out the arms and move them out to the side. You can go ahead and flip his fists all the way in. Make sure if you've got the fingers extended that you fold them into before you do this step. Let's move around to the back, and we can pop out both of these little tail fin guys here. Pop out this whole piece from the back. Then this inner blue piece, it's a little tricky to get from here, but we're gonna pop this through. Come on. Maybe it's easier to lift that first and then do this kind of thing. There we go. We're going to flip up this section here. We're just going to move this all the way down. Come around to the front and spin his legs out to the side. We're going to tuck in these heel spurs. We can go ahead and move both these toes down. And then we can combine the legs together. Let's flip this guy around, and then these panels here in the front of the kneecaps are going to pop out like that. If you push them from the inside, they pop out much easier than trying to grab them at a different place. So just go ahead and do that. And then we're just going to slightly angle these up. Just push them. There we go. I went ahead and did this step without angling this thing up, but in the previous step, if you need clearance there or anything, you can go ahead and angle this part up here and then just push it back down. We're going to take the leg portion, the bottom half, and just flip it around. Come up to these little rotating panels and just flip them 90 on each side. And here's a little tricky part. We're going to flip this whole thing in, but this back panel needs to also rotate up. So let's do that first. And I can see how people could get kind of stuck at this part because it is not explained completely right in the instructions. But yeah, we're gonna rotate that way, and then this whole panel can come down on top of this here. There we go. Then these panels flip forward 90, and they don't really tab end anything, but they do have little tabs right there that can hang against this panel. So while they're not like frictioning into anything, they are just holding on to those sides, and they actually hold on pretty well. So yeah, not a huge deal there. Let's rotate the arms back, and then we are going to rotate the arms in, and they do tab in on the sides, just like so. There we go. Then on the bottom, to give him this extra wings, we are going to unfold this guy. And this does tab as well. We are going to have tabs here and a tab right down here on the bottom. So just maneuver that into place and kind of just feed it into those tabs. There we go. And it does lock together very well. There we go. And he does also have storage on the bottom for both the book and the pen. So all we need to do, there is a slot there for the book. That's just going to go right in here. That can just snap into the bottom. And then the pen can tab in right on this slot here. Cool. All right, let's do a 360 on his alt mode. I really like this mode a lot. Everything seems like it really comes together very well. I love how the fins look on the side and stuff. I mean, he kind of does look like a purple Christmas tree, but I think I really like all this detailing here. It really makes him look like a Cybertronian vehicle, how I'd imagine like Alpha Trion would look. So yeah, I really like this mode a lot. Alright, we'll be back for some final thoughts. And just a few comparisons for you guys as well. He does come in at roughly 7 inches tall, up to his horns on his head. And here's how he looks with a leader class. Here is Grimlock here. And I can't remember if this guy had a different name or not, but here is this crazy pulse wheeljack. Really like this guy. I found him at Ross last year or the year before, I can't remember, but love his colors and everything. He's awesome. And last but not least, let's throw him next to a Decepticon. Here is Leader Mags. So you get the idea. He's a really good Voyager scale. Alright guys, this has been a look at Age of the Primes Alpha Trion. First Alpha Trion I've actually added to my collection. I'm super happy with him. I think he looks awesome. I love his accessories that he comes with, and I'm just seeing now this has a flippable, it's like a flippable page too. That is, does both the sides come up? Oh yeah, look at that. That is sick. Very cool. So everything on this figure is super tight. There's not any loose joints or anything. His transformation is really easy, but it does require you to know like exactly where stuff is going. So yeah, not too bad there. I really like both his modes. I think the robot mode is awesome. The only thing that's hindering is maybe that cape a little bit in the back, but not too bad there. And yeah, his vehicle mode is sick. I love that Cybertronian jet mode. Really cool looking. And the transparent plastics on that and everything look awesome. So yeah, I fully recommend this figure even at full retail price. If you can find them at, well, the current pricing of like 35 bucks a figure for a Voyager before they jump up to 43 bucks, the new pricing, definitely pick them up, or if you find them on a sale or whatever. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't already, leave me a comment down below if you have any questions, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care and have fun.